What's going on, guys? Tonight Gaming back with another MLB The Show 22 video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys how you can complete the new Future Stars program that will be coming out as soon as possible with all these new XP methods. If you do enjoy today's video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. That's the best way to support the channel by far. Let's get into it. So this video is pre-recorded, so not all the Future Stars have been revealed, but we do have the reveals for all the American League plus the NL East, and from what I can see, there's a ton of good cards. They're all 95 overalls. They're basically going to take over my entire team here. If you could take a look here, my team's about to have a full revamp here, except for maybe like Rizzo or something, because we're about to have a ton of new great cards that are going to work their way into the new MLB The Show, and you're going to want to get these cards as soon as you can. So I'm going to tell you how you can get them as soon as you can using these XP methods. So first thing you want to do is leave Diamond Dynasty, and you're going to want to go to the Create tab. Then you want to go to Vault. You're going to go off the logo. You want to go to the Roster Vault. You want to go to sort, you want to sort by downloads, and you want to sort, boom, press there. You want to go over one page, page number 2, you want to download United XP Road to Zero Position Player. This is the method, this is the roster you're going to want to use. If you don't have this, it isn't going to work nearly as well, and this method's great. Like, I got two methods this time. Not just, I got the original one, and I got a brand new one. So the other way you can find this roster is by just searching United. If you just, boom, if you just search United, it'll be one of the 5 that pop up, because a lot of people made this again. So whatever one is the most downloads is mine, but there's a lot of them. But whatever. So once you've done that, you want to go to Road to Show. You want to press Start New. Boom, you want to press Set Up My Ball Player. Now, there are 2 ways you can do this. Way number 1 is you can pick a first baseman, and the other way is you can pick any other position on the diamond that you probably want to use your cap in. Now, I'm going to just pick my first baseman one because that's the one I have active right now, but you can pick any other position one, obviously not a starting pitcher. But yeah, there's 2 ways. If you want to use the more complicated method, you have to pick first base, but if not, you can pick any other position on the diamond. We're going to go over both of them, so I'm just going to pick first base anyway because I already got my guys hit off. Next thing you want to do is load saved rosters. You want to hit that down here, and then you're going to load the United Road to Show XP position player roster. It should be here. If you downloaded it, it should be right here, and boom, you can just load into it. You have to listen to Ben Gallman. You have to do all this stuff. So let's see here. You gotta go through all this, and you're gonna want to pick the Yankees for your team. That is the thing. So once you get to here, there is a team I've heard for more than a couple of times. This is what you want to pick, and let me guess, the Rockies. Nope, it's an American League club, and boom, it guessed the Yankees. So you want to keep going through this guessing game until you get on the Yankees. And boom, I'm on the Yankees. I have to go through a full 1-minute cutscene after this, and then I guess we'll show you the rest. Gotta go through a minute cutscene here. Let's just get past this. Oh my God, I wonder who we're gonna get drafted by. Oh my God, I wonder. Oh my God, we got drafted by the Yankees. It's a shocker. Whatever, this happens every single time. You will get drafted by the Yankees every single time. You don't have to worry about it at all. You'll always get drafted by them if you go through the steps to pick them. Now you gotta listen to Christopher Russo diss you, because he also likes to do that. Everyone likes to diss you in this. And you're gonna have to go through some cutscenes, but once you get onto this screen, you are going to want to go to Stadium Assignment. If you are on Next Gen, this will pop up for you. If you are on Current Gen, you will not see this. So PS4 and the normal Xbox, you will not see this, but if you are on the Next Gen, you will want to click this, and you're going to set all the stadiums in AA to a maybe juice stadium that you made. There's plenty of juice stadiums on the Vault, or you can create one of your own. Basically, just create a stadium with the walls in as short as possible and as small as possible, so it's easy to home runs. And if you're not on Next Gen, you can't use this feature. It's a little unfortunate. And I know the first team we play is the Fighting Phils. That's always the same, so I'm just going to set their stadium to be the Dinger Stadium. And you can set any stadium you want to be the good stadium. I just like to do it when it's convenient for me. So yeah, boom, once we've done that, we are going to want to go to settings. Now this is where the paths are going to split. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can do this, the more active way, and this way, I'm just going to call it skill way. I'm going to call it skill way. If you want to do it skill way, you're going to need to be a little bit more paying attention as to what you're doing, but it does get you more XP. And if we want to go to skill way, we want to use these settings that I have as competitive over here. So we're going to want to use these settings over here. Our gameplay, we want to be on Hall of Fame. I don't know why it was not set to Hall of Fame, but we want our gameplay hitting difficulty to be on Hall of Fame or somewhere around that region. Hall of Fame is the best way to be doing that one. You want your presentation, you obviously want all this stuff off. I don't know why it's on. Turn all it off. Just try and find everything to the lowest situation, so that it pops up the least. That'll save you time. Audio and video doesn't matter. Most specific, this does matter. This is a big difference. Fielding opportunities you want to have on all. Base drawing opportunities you want to have on lead runner. This is only if you pick first base. If you pick first base, this is what you should do. If you don't pick first base, you shouldn't be doing this method. First base is the #1 method you want to be using fielding opportunities. So skill, you want to pick first base. Mindless, we're going to call the other one Mindless. So this one's called skill, you want to be first base, and for Mindless, you can be any position you want, so you can basically just grind your cap while you're also doing this. So fielding opportunities on all, base running opportunities on lead runner. Boom, once we've done that, easy game. And the next method is going to be casual. So it's set as casual, but we're going to call it Mindless because it's a lot easier and it's a lot more mindless to do. We want beginner and we want directional. So directional means you can just hit the X button on the right spot and it'll go out for a home run. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. If you time your X hits, you'll hit a home run basically every single time if you're on beginner. So that's what you want to be set to. For most specific, you want fielding opportunities on none and still base running opportunities on lead runner. That way, if you do get on base and you don't hit a home run, that way you can steal the base for extra XP and you can work your way towards through the ball player programs and all that good stuff. So that's just some extra stuff for you right there. So Mindless, any position, including first base. You can do it on first base if you want. And for skill, you want to have first base only. So I'm just making that clear. Make sure everyone knows that. So I'm going to walk you through a game of. I don't really need to walk you through a game of both of these, but I'm just going to show you some little snippets of a game of both of these. So we're going to start with a thought game. We're going to start with a skill game, and we'll just see how it goes, how we play it out. Alright, boom, we're on a skill game, and this one you actually are going to have to try and hit a home run a little bit. It's a little bit more challenging to hit a home run on this one, because they are going to throw you junk. If you're on Mindless, they're just going to throw you fastballs down the middle the entire time. This one, they don't throw you fastballs down the middle all the time, so you do have to pay a little bit more attention. It's still pretty easy to hit a home run, but yeah, you have to pay a little bit more attention on this one. So I'm going to keep one thing in mind as we're going through. It says XP totals. We're on double XP as I'm recording this. It won't be double XP as it comes out. So yeah, keep that in mind. If it pops up any XP totals, they're probably not going to be right. Boom, we're the lead runner here. I'm going to show you what to do. No matter what, every single time you steal, you will be safe if you get a good enough jump. Boom, jump, you're going to be safe. Because look at that awkward motion the guy makes. You'll be safe every single time. And to save time, I'm just going to go and steal home for the heck of it. Because I don't want to just sit on third for 3 more pitches. I'm just going to sit there to steal home. It doesn't matter. It's not my team. And if we're running red play first base, I like to creep closer to first so that it's like less movement I have to do. It doesn't really save you time per se because you still have to make the play. It just makes my life a little bit easier. So one thing that is actually interesting, so road to show options, you want showtime, you want infield reaction off. That way it's just easier. It actually, the game gets slowed down every single time the ball's hit in play. If this is on, I turn it off to save time. It's actually a big time saver. You just have to react a little quicker, and it's pretty easy to react in my mind anyway. So yeah, we're going to have, every single time there's a chance to field a ground ball, we will get that ground ball fielded to us, and boom, it's not that hard. All you got to do is walk over to the first base half the time. Rarely do you ever have to throw in and do everything. So even though skill technically is skill, it's really not all that much different than the last one. And you do get XP for fielding the ball. Let that be known, you do get XP from fielding. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. This does get you XP, that's why it's on. We're going to wait for our next at-bat. Here we go, and our next AB here. And we are just going to try and hit a home run, and then we're not, there we go, boom, homer. I'm not going to go through this entire game because this can take up to 7 minutes to complete one of these games. Sometimes these take a little longer. They take around 5 to 7 minutes depending on how well your team does. So I don't usually, I'm not going to go through all this to save myself time, but I already know the numbers. You're going to get about boom, we got 1,500 XP just from playing 3 innings of that game. So, and that's, granted, that's on double XP, so that's a little bit boosted. So we got really 700 XP for playing 3 innings, and we didn't even hit a home run every single time. And boom, there's our actual 700 XP right there. That's kind of ironic in a way. So basically, how it works is you get XP for fielding, stealing, and hitting home runs, but you get more XP since you're on a higher difficulty on Hall of Fame. So that is something to keep in mind when doing skill mode. That's just something to take a look at when you're doing the skill mode. You usually get about 3,000 XP per game on this, depending on how well you do. if you hit a home run every single time, you're going to get 3,000 XP per game on this. Now I'm going to show you a game of Mindless, and it's very simple. I should not need to be explaining this for more than like a second. This is a very, very simple method. This is easy. This is easy stuff right here. All right, we're in the game. Boom, it's raining. You just want to aim it up, and boom, fastball down the middle, home run. Every single time you'll hit a home run, essentially. Like, that's a nuke. That's gone in every stadium. Despite the fact that my walls are super short, that's just a bomb. So, it's simple. They're going to serve you fastballs down the middle. And depending on how many at-bats you get, that varies the XP totals. And obviously, it varies the time you're going to be doing this. But I'm going to go with an average, because it depends on how your team does. It really doesn't depend how well you do. I got a game. I'm going to go, if you get 6 home runs, you get about 700 XP. And if you hit 8 home runs, you get about 800 XP. It's somewhere around that range. I don't know how much XP is actually given per home run. I think it obviously depends on RBIs and how much stuff like that. So we're just going to run through this game, because this takes like 2 minutes per game. And I'm actually going to tell you the totals per hour. So on per hour basis, on the skill method, you can get about 25,000 XP plus, because you do get bonuses from completing the programs. You get extra bonuses from doing that. It's easier to get the bonuses while you're doing this, in my mind, or at least quicker to get the bonuses when you're doing this. I wouldn't say it's necessarily easier. It's pretty easy on both of them, but it's just quicker when you're doing it like this. And we're only going to get like 5 home runs this game, so we're not going to get as much XP. And I'm dividing every number that I get by 2, considering the fact that we're on double XP, and I'm assuming that's how the math works. And, I mean, it should make sense. I mean, so on Mindless, you get 24,000 XP plus. And, I mean, that's just kind of how my calculations run. I do think that Mindless is better. Like, you can just watch Netflix. You can watch new seasons of Stranger Things. You can watch Kenobi. You can do all that fun stuff while playing MLB The Show and getting XP. So there's tons of good ways you can be doing this. And I think Mindless is the most, obviously, mindless version of it. And boom, we completed one game. I don't know why I got 2,300 XP. That's probably because I got one of the perks. So if we minus 100 and divide that by 2, then we're going to get left with about 7,000 XP, like I said. We got 6 home runs, 7,000 XP for 6 home runs, and we multiply, we're just going to go 2 minutes per 800 XP. We get 2 minutes per 800 XP, that'll put us at 24,000 XP. So that is the numbers if you were interested in that. So it is slightly better to do skill, and I do think you get more progress in the program. But Mindless, you can just rush through it. You can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube, you can watch more United Gaming videos. You can do so much stuff. So if you did enjoy this XP method video and you did find it useful, please consider leaving a like button and subscribing. We are so close to 1.5K subscribers, so you can just hit that sub button. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'm United Gaming. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching.